Hey guys, it's Liz here. So I just hopped on to I wanted to share some stuff with you. There's a little bit of an update. But first, the main thing that I really wanted to kind of talk about was lately I've been seeing a lot of the number 111 or 1111, like a lot of that. And if you're familiar with like angel numbers and things like that, it usually means like change, transition, along those lines. And I've been seeing this for a while, and so I was kind of like bracing myself, like, oh God, what's going to happen? I think it kind of aligns with the other part of this, which is a few weeks ago, I joined a masterclass with that was by Elizabeth Ryder. She was also doing like a Q&A type of style, so you could like type in and she would answer directly. And so I had typed in at one point a question about being multi-passionate, something like, how do you get focused when you're multi-passionate, or something like that. And her response was, you can't be all things to everyone. To which I replied, that's not what I'm trying to do. My thing is that I am passionate about a lot of different things. I'm not sure which one I should be focusing on right now, because there's lots of different ones. And so I didn't really feel like in that moment I had gotten. That was my cat Luna knocking things over. Thank you, Luna. Anyways, so yeah, just if you continue to hear some more like banging and noises, that's my cat. Yeah. So anyways, as I was saying, I didn't really feel like I had gotten my question answered in a satisfactory sort of way in that moment. Fast forward again a few weeks to basically now, and I realized that, well, actually no, not like right now, Luna, but I would say probably starting a couple weeks ago maybe, and sort of transitioning again, that 111, where I was kind of transitioning and it was sort of soaking in, if you will, this change that was starting to happen. So it started to occur to me the difference between what is something that you find enjoyable and even passionate about, but that is really what can be more of a hobby, or something you just kind of do in your off time, or doesn't necessarily need to be focused on in a business type of setting. Let me back up a sec. What made me think of this was, I just remembered, Elizabeth Ryder, when she was answering my questions, had said something like, she was multi-passionate too. We all are, in that, she's passionate about yoga and healthy food. That's another thing that she really focuses on, is I think that was like her starting thing, was having like a healthy food and healthy lifestyle type of thing. And then she kind of integrated business into it. And it was that really kind of was, I think I was mulling over, either consciously or subconsciously. I started to mull that over, and it really started to set off, not really an aha moment, because an aha moment usually is like a lightning strike almost, like it kind of just bam happens, where this was something that kind of marinated over time. And so it suddenly occurred to me that I was like, just because I love something doesn't mean I need to focus my attention on it, as in like in a business type of way, right? So just because I love astrology right now, I'm really hardcore into astrology, doesn't mean I need to bring it into my business, not as like a main focus. Same with the different healing modalities. Right now, I'm actually making a Reiki course certification for Udemy that will be coming out very soon. I want to get that done. It's very, very nearly done. I want to get it finished. And that's how I really kind of started with Spiritually Charged, was that I wanted to be focused on healing. And over time, I kind of let the things that I really like that could more be a hobby, or things that I'm just like super interested in, and I kind of let that kind of seep in to my business, which really took the focus away from what it originated as, which was intended to be a healing place. And so yes, astrology is super interesting, and you can do, and crystals are super interesting, yoga, you know, all of that stuff, which is also healing, and I can kind of bring it in on that aspect of it. But just because I've kind of fallen in love with a particular subject or topic or whatever, doesn't automatically mean it needs my full attention and needs to be put into my business. It can just be something that's for me, or that I can, you know, spotlight in my business from time to time, sort of, you know, doing videos or doing a blog about it. But it doesn't need to be like, okay, I'm teaching a course about this or anything like that. It doesn't need to be a main focus, or changing over from, I'm going to switch from healing to just astrology. That astrology can be like a small part of it, or maybe not at all. It could just be something that I find interesting that I do on my own time as a hobby. So that's really kind of the point of this video, is to share that, so that maybe if you're someone who is also, as someone who also identifies as multi-passionate, and maybe you're not really sure where to put your focus, I would suggest, for me, what I did, I just stopped what I was doing and asked myself, what are you passionate about? And I was like, well, I'm passionate about this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, okay, but like in business, right? Like if you were going to make a business out of this, if you're making a career out of something, what is your main thing? And I thought empowerment. That was the word that came to me, was empowerment. And my main thing has been, like, one of the things I've been teaching the most is, you know, self-love. And to me, self-love is a part of that. Empowerment and self-love and confidence, they all kind of go together. And so I thought, okay, so that's, what about, and then I've been learning about attachment theories, and, secure attachments, and the insecure attachment styles. And so I started thinking, well, if I take all of the things that I'm really sort of passionate about as far as business goes, as far as healing goes, as far as coaching goes, which is really what I wanted to focus my business on, because coaching is integrated with healing, at least for me, that's how I look at it. It's a healing thing. And so then I thought, okay, well, what if I decided to focus my main attention as far as my business goes on learning and teaching secure attachment? And it just clicked. Of course, I decided to ask my tarot cards, just to kind of, ask them, is this what you've been trying to tell me these past few weeks? The transition, is this the change that you've been trying to tell me about? And the cards came up basically saying, yes, this is your path, go this way. You're going the right way. This is what we've been trying to tell you. And so that's what I'll be doing, is, as far as business and coaching goes, my focus is going to be on elements of secure attachment. Of course, I'll still be bringing in the spiritual aspects of that, as far, angel healing and Reiki and all of that, and crystals and all that stuff. But to go back to my original, because I'm kind of rambling now. So my original point for making this video was to kind of give you the gift that I was given, if you are also multi-passionate, but yet not quite sure where to put your focus. And so I will give you the two things that I was given. So 1, you can't be all things to all people. And 2, some things are hobbies. Try to differentiate between what is something you can make a career out of, and what is something that is really just for you, something that's just interesting, that you can still be passionate about it, you still want to learn about it, you still want to spend time on it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you make a career out of. It's something you can enjoy just for you. And it doesn't mean you can't bring it into your business every now and again if it makes sense to, if you just want to spotlight it here and there. But it doesn't mean that, if you're multi-passionate about 5 different things, you don't have to focus, because that's overwhelm, right? That's basically what I was getting at, is I was starting to feel overwhelmed because I wasn't sure. I had all of these things that I was interested in and passionate about, and I was feeling overwhelmed because I wasn't sure where to put my focus. And so I'm trying to give to you what I was given, which was, to help sort of release that sense of overwhelm and help you give you focus by saying that just because you're interested in a lot of things and you're passionate about a lot of things doesn't mean they all need to be happening all at once. You can't and shouldn't try to do all the things all at once. That was my mistake that I made, and I want to share that with you to try and help you to also get past that, or to avoid it if you can. I hope you did. I hope you found, even though I was rambling and maybe this doesn't make sense, I hope somewhere in there that this was helpful, that maybe you did get something, maybe an aha moment out of it, some kind of clarity, some kind of direction maybe. I really, truly do hope that you got something out of this crazy ramble. So I will end this by saying thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.